want to kill my baby. I don't wish this on nobody.
A 31-year-old influencer was found dead in a hotel room just days after her husband proposed to her. Ashlee Janae was reportedly discovered unresponsive inside a hotel in Tanzania. Authorities say her husband, John McCann, has been detained and is under investigation. The couple had been on a luxury vacation that appeared perfect online, just days before he had proposed during her birthday celebration. Photos showed smiles, celebrations, and what looked like a happy moment. Then everything suddenly changed. Investigators are now examining whether the death may have been staged. Officials have not released full details, but the case is being treated as suspicious. What's raising more questions is what happened after. Social media posts continued, appearing normal. Meanwhile, Ashlee had frequently shared their relationship online, but many noticed he rarely posted about her in return. That contrast is now drawing attention. Her family reportedly learned what happened through emergency contact notifications. The investigation is ongoing and more details are expected. How much of what we see is real and how much is hidden?
Come on, how can this young lady who was looking forward to build a family and life herself, I think there is something else that is being hidden, because I cannot understand how somebody who was proposed, somebody who celebrated her birthday, she had no mental health problems. I don't really understand how she can unalive herself. I want us to hear from Black Americans, because many of these Black Americans are not agreeing with what her fiance has reported to the Tanzanian police.
She was having a good time. Her family said she was very excited to be there, shared pictures with the family, FaceTimed them when she was proposed to. But they released a statement saying that Ashlee was found unconscious in her villa and was rushed to a local hospital where her death was confirmed hours later. I spoke to Robinson's parents. Here's some of what they had to say.
It doesn't make any sense. She was traveling with her, with her boyfriend, and he was taking what was supposed to be a celebratory trip to celebrate her birthday that was coming, and they were in a gorgeous place in Africa and happy. Everything that we knew was that she was supposed to be happy, and she was engaged. She celebrated her birthday thereafter, and then she's just gone. We're confused about how that could change so drastically.
What can you tell us in terms of how you found out, and have you spoken to her fiance?
I was initially contacted by him to let me know that something had occurred, and that she was in the hospital, but it was very limited communication and not with a lot of detail. I asked him, when it happened and where it happened, and he told me that something had occurred 11 hours prior to when he was reaching out to me.
We found out that our daughter had passed from the hotel. The fiance did not reach out to us at all.
Do you believe that Joe McCann had something to do with your daughter's death?
We don't
want
have, it's under investigation, and we don't know what went on.
It's under investigation, and like we said, we just want transparency. Just let us know.
I want to make sure that everybody is fully aware that she was a light. She was a light. She was a beautiful person, and this doesn't align with who she is.
Understandably, the family really didn't want to talk about Joe McCann, the man who proposed to their daughter. When you go online, you can see he's the CEO of Asymmetric, which is a venture capital company that invests in crypto companies. But the point is, the family wants answers. They don't understand why they haven't been able to reach Joe. They don't understand why he wasn't more forthcoming about what exactly happened to their daughter. And it's why they said they're speaking out. Next steps for them, they said, is trying to get to Zanzibar so they can get to the bottom of what happened.
She was starting the next chapter of her life. She called us and FaceTimed us to share with us her travel.
Ashlee's mother says she never would have expected that less than a week later, her daughter would be dead. On April 8th, she says Ashlee called saying she and her fiance got into an argument and were moved to separate rooms. The next day, she received another call, this time from her fiance.
He told me that Ashlee did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital. I said, what happened when? And he told me it had been 11 hours prior.
Hours later, the luxury resort the couple was staying at called saying that Ashlee passed away. According to the hospital's medical report, Ashlee had an unidentified mark around her neck. They wrote, according to her husband, he found she hung herself on the door with several question marks.
Sometime Jill went back to the room with security, and that's how they found her.
Ashlee was also taken to a second hospital who listed her cause of death as cerebral hypoxia by strangulation and suffocation.
She's never done anything that would ever lead me to believe that she would do something to harm herself.
And the family says next they are considering going to Zanzibar themselves to try to get as many answers as possible. Now, we also tried to directly contact Ashlee's fiance, the resort, and the embassy, but we did not hear back.
There's been this recent attempt over the years to try to normalize Black people unaliving themselves in the same way that y'all ancestors was unaliving Black people back in the day. And we're not buying it. Like, I'm not buying what you're selling. And let me just start off by saying justice for Ashlee Janae. Justice for Ashlee Janae. Because at first, this was her taking herself out, and they already ruled it that she did it to herself. This is so interesting to me how quickly the police assume that Black people have done this to themselves versus actually investigating. And now we're finding out that the man who looks like this, her fiance, and her got into an argument or an altercation prior to her unaliving. Why was that not a part of your active investigation in the first place? I am not convinced that she did this to herself. I'm not buying what y'all are selling. The story don't make sense.
We are noticing a trend here, and it's actually worrying, and we can't continue to ignore it. Yes, we've been saying this for years. Stick with your own people. Stick with your own people. Are our men perfect? No. We all have hangups and stuff that we need to work on, yes. But this trend, this has been going on for years. 400 years back, actually. And it's only continuously getting worse as the days go by. So yes, stick with your own people. A lot of y'all Black women love to go after the men saying, oh, why can't y'all date Black women and da-da-da. Well, now we getting on y'all. Congrats, it's your turn. And also, please stop inviting them to the cookouts. Because let's be real, the only place that they invite y'all is camping or sleepovers, and y'all can only pray if y'all make it home. Leave them folk alone.
So let me get this straight. We supposed to believe that this young lady went on a trip to Africa for her birthday with this guy. This guy proposes to her, and the next thing we know, she's found unresponsive in her villa, and he is saying she hung herself from a tree. I need you to listen to this. This is crazier, and it gets crazier as I tell the story. This is Ashlee Janae, and this is Joe McCann. He's a crypto guy, and she's an influencer. Now, they were in Tanzania, and that's where the proposal happened, and everybody know and confirmed that she was the happiest she's ever been. She even posted about it like, I'm right where I need to be and all of that. Then the next thing you know, she takes herself out, and the guy Joe hasn't said anything, spoke out or anything. And then friends of the family posted, we need justice for my friend Ashlee Janae, who was found unalive in her hotel. Fiance Joe claims anyone who knows Ash knows she would never commit. Please share this story and tell me what you know in the comments. Ashlee, from what I heard, she was a hard worker, worked her way up, and was a very well-known influencer. To unalive herself days before her birthday on a trip to Africa from a tree just don't add up. And I don't like it. What if I told you? Justice for Ashlee.
He proposed to her 2 days before her birthday, and then she put up an IG post, and in that post she said that it was the happiest moment of her entire life, which is part of the reasons why people are saying what he claimed happened in that hotel room doesn't make any sense. John McCain notified the authorities and told him that when he walked into the hotel room, he saw Ashlee hanging from the ceiling and that she did it to herself. Once the family heard of this story, they started to push back, and they said that they do not think that Ashlee would do that to herself, and they believe that he has something to do with it. To my knowledge, as I'm making this video, John McCann was taken into custody by the authorities. He was questioned, released, and has not been charged with anything as of yet. This story is crazy.
Cardi B said that girl did not offer herself. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't care what the police say down there. The whole world know that shit ain't happen like that. Shorty got engaged also, and she looked happy as hell on the video. All of her friends and family said this story cap as hell. I'm pretty sure she would have left some type of signs, bro. And I'm tired of us being against each other because Shorty was dating out of race. I'm seeing black men happy as hell in the comments like they happy that happened to her. I don't care who you decide to date. I don't wish that on nobody. This same woman could be my sister, mama, friend, anything. This is somebody loved one that then passed away and y'all sitting making jokes. And that's what made Cardi B a real one, because she gonna speak up for the people. Ain't got nothing to do with her, but she knows she got a platform to bring awareness to the situation. We need more celebrities posting about this shit, bro. Speak up. Every woman should be posting this, bro. This could be you. Every man need to share her story too, bro. Her family need answers.
You're telling me that she was this happy that she wanted to take her life. I want you to look at this woman. Tell me, do you think this woman would have randomly just took her life? Crazy part about this, nobody, including her family, believes this man.
She posted this photo on social media. And let's go ahead. Take a good look at this photo. All right, let's go ahead and look at the comment. Don't know you, but I love this for you. God, I'll trans soft this soft girl era. Please, I have no idea. May this kind of love find me. Look how he's looking at you. I love how he's looking at you. You notice who's all in the comments? He wants to eat you up. May love like this find us. Oh, because I thought someone whose man wouldn't even get them if 444 said something. I pray get a man like this. He loves you. You notice again who's having these conversations? Look how he's looking at you. May this kind of intentional man locate me. I love this lifestyle for you. May it turn into wedding bliss. She goes, manifesting this. Oh, you manifest. May this kind of love locate me. May this kind of love find me and never let me go. May this kind of love is finding all of us, ladies. I see my future. Okay, K-Doll. Yeah, go look at this man's post on Twitter. You'll find one thing. This man lost $10 million this year in the crypto market. He went famous. He blew up because in the early days of Solana, he put $200 in it when it was when it was like nothing. And then Solana blew up and his $200 turned into millions, literally. And that's how he blew up. That's how he got his money. Now, crypto market has made him lose almost more than $10 million. He posted this himself. So here's the angle I want to talk about that no one else is. This man lost a lot of money, went to whoever he needed to go to recoup the money. And he was meant to join either a group, a cult, or whatever. He was meant to do something, and she was his sacrifice. So he took her to the one country that he knew he could do this and buy the police and come back home safely. That's just a theory. She was his sacrifice for something. This man is trying to join something. He lost $10 million. He needs to find a way to recoup it. And this man, that's my theory. Because now we know about the Epstein files, witchcraft, all the things they do. This man wanted to join something or someone to increase his financial status, and he needed to make an offering. He needed to make a sacrifice, and he chose the ebony girl, and he took her to Africa, and he murdered her. And now he's about to come back. He didn't even post about the death for 2 days. So now he's probably back in America, or he's going to come back to America, and his business is going to start booming.
That doesn't justify why y'all are in the comments saying rest in preference because this young lady dated outside her race. Now, it was her decision to go and trust this man and be engaged to him, and we will find out what happened to her. But let's be kind, let's show some empathy. I mean, we've shown empathy. If you look on the other sides of the spectrum, black men dating white women, we've shown empathy there. Let's show empathy here. And from what I know, I think that video was in response to black men, coming at her when she revealed or debuted, her union with this man. I think let's actually let the body get cold. Let's let the case get solved. before we start victim blaming. This is crazy. I did say in my other video that it is in the innate nature of those type of men to do said things, and I still will stand by it. It is in their DNA to do said things that we're thinking that he did to Ashlee. But all in all, some of us will learn this lesson the hard way.
And obviously, we're not going really to believe that she ended up taking her own life. I feel like most women do not agree that in most cases is what happened. Let's just say we find out tomorrow that he's guilty, right? And he actually was the one that unalived her. One of the biggest things that patriarchy does is that they divide and conquer. And one of the number one ways that they've done this is through different races, through different gender identities, the country, the ethnicity, your religion. They have all of these things of separatism. That way, you don't generalize, because generalizing means that you are going to be able to make more assumptions based off of a larger group of people for your own survival.
Well, now there's been another update. Ashlee Janae, the influencer who tragically died on vacation, was involved in a dispute with her fiance, Joe McCann, before her death in Tanzania earlier this month, something local police say is now part of an active investigation. According to the North Ongoya Regional Police Commander Benedict Mapujira, the couple had a falling out at the luxury resort Zuri Zanzibar, with hotel staff stepping in and separating them into different rooms. Situation escalated enough for staff to alert authorities, with concerns raised about Ashlee's well-being, prompting a report to the Nungwi police station.
You're telling me that the misunderstanding was so intense that hotel staff had to separate them in 2 different rooms? I really hope all possibilities are explored, though. Considering they had to be separated, that means staff would possibly know that she's in that room alone, right? Foreign country, on vacation, beautiful girl, a lot of suspects. I do also want to point out, I've seen a lot of people online saying that her lifestyle is what ultimately led to her fate. Let's be real, that's a nasty ass thing to say. No matter what you believe happened here, nobody deserves that. With that being said, I think all possibilities are on the table. Vacation, birthday trip, proposal, take your own life.
Brothers and sisters, this is heartbreaking news to the black community. This lady, she was very beautiful, young, having a bright future ahead. She went to her dream vacation in Zanzibar, Tanzania, with her boyfriend. In the same trip, she celebrated her birthday. She got proposed. I was watching her videos on Instagram. She seemed to be happy, very happy. And she was looking forward to a bright future with her soon-to-be husband. But now, all of a sudden, the fiancé reported to the Tanzanian police that she unalived herself. Now, I want to share with you some of the comments that many black people are sharing on the posts regarding the death of this young, beautiful black American woman. The first comment goes, it was her birthday and she got engaged. Why would anyone want to commit suicide? That is a red flag. That only leaves that she found out something that she didn't supposed to know. This woman is saying probably she discovered some secrets that she didn't know before. Yeah, that might be true. Probably the fiancé has lied her about something, and then he told her that truth, and she was not strong enough to receive that secret or that news. Another long comment goes, people need to start reading the climate, remembering that there are many origins of people with different values of life, or none at all. Start trusting the first thought or the first instinct. Kill the ego or the need for material things. Get spiritual. Connect back to the source. Before marriage, there is no such thing as perfect person. So pay attention to everything. Learn from previous mistakes. Don't repeat them. Listen to who they tell they are. Watch to see if his or her actions are in sync with his or her word. Believe what your eyes see, what your gut tells you, instead of the idea of how you think things should be. This is a very good message from this black woman. She's telling people to be cautious before getting serious with whether your girlfriend or your boyfriend, because probably she's thinking that this lady has refused to listen to her instinct before even going to a trip with this fiancé. So y'all are still trusting white people in 2026? RIP to her. So this one is trying to say that how black people should not trust white people, but I don't think that white people are a monolith. In each and every community you will find good people and bad people. What I can say is to be cautious about who you trust, whether white or black. Be very cautious. This one goes, interracial relationships aren't a problem at all. It is the willingness to look past red flags for the sole purpose of obtaining an interracial relationship that is a problem. We see that many black women will look past red flags with their white partners just because they are white. They will see red flags and then ignore those red flags just because they want to stay with their white boyfriends or white partners. It happens in Africa, it happens in the Caribbean, it even happens in the US, where many black women just want to be with white boyfriends. No matter how their characters are, they choose to stay with them. We don't do that around here. They do it to us. This black man is trying to say that black Americans never unalive themselves. Probably whenever you're hearing a news about a black American unaliving himself or herself, somebody is behind that death. And they try to cover it with suicide. So according to what we know right now is that this lady unalived herself. They're gonna do investigation and reveal whether this white fiance is behind her death. Another comment goes, something in his smile, if you look very close, felt the spirit immediately. I don't know, you will see the video and tell me whether you're seeing anything suspicious in the smile of this fiance. But we don't know anything about him getting involved in the death of this young black lady. Another comment goes, I cannot be with folks that fetishize you. By nature, they are dangerous. Come on guys, not all white people fetishize black women, but we have seen some stories of where some white people fetishize black women and then end up doing unimaginable things to these black ladies. So be careful out there. Another comment goes, stop dating outside the race. Y'all know better. Ascend in peace. These are the comments on the death of this young black lady. Guys, this is very sad news to hear. What I can say is that people are making posts on the death of this young black lady. They should be tagging the result where they were staying so that they will put pressure on them to put more effort on investigation so that we know what really made this young black lady die. Because I don't believe that she just woke up and decided to unalive herself. If she has really unalived herself, there might be triggers that made her to take that bad decision. But again, it might also be true that she didn't unalive herself. Probably somebody is behind her death, and then she just end up putting her on the rope and so that she will show it to the police that she unalived herself. Because according to her situation, there was not any reason that would make her to take this bad decision of unaliving herself. RIP to Asha. Very sad. And my condolences to the American black community. You have lost someone. She was an influencer, she was young, she had a bright future, she was about to start a family. So we have lost someone. Guys, I want you to tell me what you think about the death of this young black American lady down there in the comment section. Do you really think that she unalived herself? Or somebody was behind her death? Let us have a discussion down there in the comment section. So, Mr. TA signing off. Ciao.